Level 1. New recruit. You're sitting in a circle of smiling faces. Everyone here seems so happy, so certain, so at peace. You've been lost for months. Bad breakups, dead-end jobs. Your own family doesn't even understand you. But these people, they get it. They see something special in you. A woman named Sarah wraps her arm around your shoulder. She tells you that you're finally home, and you completely believe her. Your first week is magical. You're invited to dinners, game nights, study sessions. People text you good morning. They ask about your day, and they actually listen. For the first time in your life, you feel loved. But there's a cost. It's small at first. They start asking you to attend more meetings. First, it's twice a week, then 4 nights a week. Then it becomes a daily ritual. Your old friends text you, but Sarah tells you to ignore them. Your mom calls, but you let it go to voicemail. Sarah reassures you that they wouldn't understand the truth you're discovering. She's right. You're special now. You're chosen. You're home. Prove your loyalty for long enough, and they'll give you a new purpose in life. They'll make you useful to the cult. Level 2. Recruiter. You've proven your commitment. Now it's time to give back to the cult. Your new job is to find more lost souls and bring them into the family. You're handed a quota, 3 new recruits per month. You'll be working college campuses, coffee shops, anywhere lonely people gather. You scan the room for the ones sitting alone, the ones scrolling their phones with dead eyes, the ones who look like they're searching for something. You approach with a smile. You ask a simple question. You listen. You tell them about this amazing community you found. No pressure, just come to one meeting. You're not manipulating them. At least, that's what you tell yourself. You're saving them. But here's the thing. For every person you bring in, you get status. Bring in enough new souls and you get noticed. You get respect. You move up. So, you work harder. You lie better. You bring in a college kid who just lost his scholarship. You bring in a divorced mom who's drowning in debt. You bring in a veteran who can't sleep at night. They're all searching for meaning, and you will give them all the answers. Your results are impressive, and the leaders notice. They're ready to give you real responsibility. They're ready to let you lead. Level 3. The group leader. You're no longer just a body in the cult. You're now in charge. You lead a group of people, your own small family within the organization. You run the weekly meetings in your apartment. You lead the prayers. You assign the scripture study. You collect the testimonies. But your real job is intelligence gathering. You're watching, always watching. Who's struggling with doubt? Who's asking too many questions? Who's still talking to their old friends? You take notes, mental ones at first, then actual detailed ones. You report everything up the chain. Brother Michael mentioned he misses his sister. Sister Lisa seemed hesitant during the prayer talk. You frame your suspicions as kind concerns. You're helping them stay on the path, but you're also proving something. You're proving you can be trusted with the real work. You're proving you can keep people in line. One of your members, a guy named David, tells you he's thinking about visiting his parents for Christmas. You smile. You place your hand on his shoulder. You remind him that his real family is here. His parents represent the old world, the world of confusion and sin. He nods. He cancels the trip. You report your success to leaders, and they are very impressed. You've shown you can manage people. Now, they want to see if you can protect them, especially by liking and subscribing. Level 4. The Enforcer. You've been pulled aside after a meeting. The family needs someone strong, someone loyal, someone willing to do what's necessary for the greater good. You're handed a radio and assigned to the night watch. Your official job is facility security, watching the gates, monitoring the cameras, making sure nobody unauthorized gets in. But your real job is making sure nobody unauthorized gets out. You'll patrol the compound at 2 a.m., checking doors. You'll stand outside the leader's house. You'll escort members who have been flagged as escape risks. You're told some members get confused. They have doubts, that they try to leave in the middle of the night. It's your job to stop them. You try gently at first. A conversation, a prayer, a reminder of everything they'd be losing. But if they resist, you have permission to use force. You tackle a woman named Rebecca as she's climbing the fence. She's crying, screaming. You hold her down until the counselors arrive. They thank you. They tell you she was having a psychotic break. They tell you that you saved her life, and you believe them. You have to. You're getting called to handle more situations. Members who step out of line. Members who talk back. Members who need to be reminded of their place. You don't ask questions anymore. You just act. And because you're so effective, so reliable, so willing, the leaders are ready to give you access to the real secrets, the ones people confess in the dark. Level 5, the Councillor. You've been trained in the sacred art of spiritual counseling. You're now one of the few who conducts the private sessions, the one-on-one meetings where members open up their souls. You sit across from them in a small, windowless room. You ask them about their sins, their doubts, their darkest thoughts and desires. They tell you everything, the affairs, the addictions, the abuse they suffered as children. You write it all down, every word. You tell them this is for their healing, for their spiritual growth. But you're recording these confessions. You're building vast networks of information because here's what you've learned. Information is power. When someone threatens to leave, you know about the secret they've never told anyone else. You use it, not as blackmail, but as spiritual guidance. You provide a loving reminder that leaving would mean all their secrets become public. You've conducted hundreds of these sessions now. You know everything about everyone. You're the keeper of shame, and the cult leaders trust you completely. They're now ready to let you control what the outside world sees. Level 6, Media Manager. You've proven you can keep secrets. Now, they're trusting you to create them. You're now in charge of the organization's entire public image. Your job is to make the cult look like a legitimate religious movement. You run the social media accounts. You post smiling photos of community service projects. You film testimonial videos of members talking about how the organization saved their lives. But your real job is damage control. When a former member goes public with allegations, you're the one who destroys them. You create fake accounts, you spread rumors about their mental health, you dig up their past mistakes and blast them across the internet. You threaten legal action, you contact their employers. You make sure anyone who speaks out regrets it. You also manage a network of loyal members who work at local newspapers and TV stations. When a journalist starts digging, you know about it. You offer them an exclusive interview with a spokesperson. You show them the sanitized version, and you make them sign NDAs. Your hard work is helping the cult seriously grow. Level 8, Financial Manager. You've just been promoted to the inner circle. You now have access to the books, the real books. You're in charge of managing the millions of dollars flowing into the organization. Your official job is accounting, tracking donations, managing expenses, but your real job is making dirty money look clean. You're setting up shell companies, nonprofits that only exist on paper. You're buying real estate in members' names. You're moving money through cryptocurrency. You're structuring deposits to avoid government reporting requirements. You're also the one who decides who gets what. The leader lives in a mansion, drives a Mercedes, and wears $1,000 suits. Meanwhile, the members live in crowded dormitories, surviving on rice and beans. They've been told sacrifice brings enlightenment. You're the one balancing these two realities. You're the one who makes sure the leader's lifestyle stays hidden while the members stay poor. You've embezzled millions, not for yourself, but for the mission. At least, that's what you tell yourself anyways. You're managing a budget of $50 million a year. You're paying off politicians, lawyers, cops. You're buying silence. But unfortunately, money can't solve every problem. Some problems need violence, and that's where your next promotion comes in. Level 9, Chief Enforcer. You've been the muscle before. Now, you're commanding it. You're now in charge of security. You've got a team of 20 former soldiers, cops, and ex-special forces who know how to hurt people without leaving evidence. Your job is to handle the serious problems, the members who threaten to go to the police, the journalists who won't back off, the former members who are causing trouble. You don't just intimidate anymore, you make people disappear. A member named Thomas was going to testify to the FBI. He didn't even manage to make it to the town. Such a terrible car accident. A blogger who exposed financial crimes had her house burned down. Electrical fire. You're not a criminal, you're a protector. You're defending God's work from Satan's attacks. At least that's what the leader tells you, and you believe him. You've orchestrated kidnappings, you've covered up deaths, you've buried bodies in the desert. You're a monster, but you're the cult's monster. And the cult is all you know now. The leader trusts you with his life, literally. And because you've proven you'll do absolutely anything, You're about to become his right hand. Level 10, second in command. You've made it to the top floor. You're now the leader's most trusted advisor, his translator, his executioner. You're one of only 2 people who knows how the entire operation works. You manage the regional commanders. You coordinate with the legal team. You interface with the financial manager. You make sure every piece of the machine works perfectly. But your most important job is managing the leader himself. Because here's the secret nobody else knows. The leader is losing his mind. The drugs, the paranoia, the delusions of grandeur, he's becoming unstable. You're the one who interprets his incoherent rants into actionable orders. You're the one who decides which of his insane commands to actually execute and which to quietly ignore. You're the one who keeps him medicated enough to function, but high enough to stay compliant. You're running the cult. He's just the face. And you're starting to wonder, why do you need him at all? You've built this empire. You've made the hard calls. You've buried the bodies. It's time for a change in leadership. Level 11, the leader. You've made it. The previous leader unfortunately died in his sleep. You now control thousands. You live in a compound that costs more than a small country's GDP. You have servants, security, and even multiple wives. You are treated like a god. Everybody bows when you enter a room. They kiss your feet. They proclaim that they would die for you. And some already have. You don't manage operations anymore. You don't make decisions about money or security or recruitment. You just exist. You give sermons. You have visions. You preach, and everyone else makes it happen. But here's the thing. You're trapped. You can't leave. You can't retire. You can't admit doubt. Because the moment you show weakness, the moment you're no longer useful, your second in command will remove you. You're also being investigated. The FBI has been building a case for 3 years. Former members are testifying. Financial records are being investigated. You've got lawyers, good ones. But you know how this ends. Either you die before they catch you, or you spend the rest of your life in prison. You're sitting in your mansion, surrounded by people who would kill for you. And you've never been more alone. You don't trust anyone. Not your wives, not your children, not your second in command. Everyone wants something from you. Everyone is waiting for you to fall. You are God to thousands of people, and yet you are the loneliest person on earth. Your phone buzzes. It's your lawyer. The police are at the gate. It's over.